So I'm still stuck here, nothing is happening. Nobody really knows what to do. This is where I want to be, but I can't get there because I have no boarding pass and nobody is showing up here from Nordwind. And now, for no reason, my nose starts to bleed. Guys, a beautiful good evening here from Istanbul airport, and today I'll be flying Nordwind, Russia's biggest leisure airline, and it is already the adventure I was hoping it to be. We're going to tell you more about this once I'm at the lounge, but yeah, very excited to fly this very exotic Russian airline today. So I was like, let's try something new today from Turkey, Istanbul to Berlin, and let's fly Nordwind, which is a Russian airline, pretty big. First of all, they wouldn't let me check in because they thought I needed a visa. I don't need one to transit, only a COVID test, which they never asked for. And then I paid to check in my bag. Their system doesn't even work, or it didn't work. It works for everyone else, but not for me, which means I can't check in my bag. Wondering, Nordwind, whether you're ever going to refund me for this. So I only got a boarding pass to Moscow. They couldn't check me through all the way. My luggage is now stuck with me. Anyways, I'm going to go to the lounge here, which is not included, but since I have a priority pass, I can enter it. So let's do it. There's a line. I was here first.
You've been staying here.
Yeah, there's social distancing. We have a pandemic. No decency, those people. No decency. Quite a day today already. So from the check-in queue, I could tell that the flight is going to be very busy today. So I reckon it's going to be full. I also have to find out how I'm going to solve all this in Moscow. I can take my my onward flight to Berlin. I'm in a perfect mood today. So while we're already at it, like the thing that annoys me about Istanbul airport the most is, oh cool, let's build the biggest airport in the world. Let's not give people internet. It only lasts for 1 hour. So your internet allowance is 1 hour here a day. Instead of like any other major airport in the world where you just agree to the terms of use. No, they make you swipe your password and you get 1 hour. That is ridiculous. They said in Moscow, just look for someone who looks like Nordwind, because I'm not allowed to enter the country. I can only transit, but yeah, we'll see how this is going to continue today. Quite an adventure already, isn't it? So while I'm heading to my gate, I'm like literally questioning the airline. If you're an airline, and you are even able to do the most basic things like checking in your passenger or your bag, or being able to check your passenger through all the way. First of all, why do you sell these tickets? And second of all, isn't that the basics of aviation? I'm like really puzzled how in 2021, an airline is not capable of doing the most basic things in the world. It's so weird, isn't it?
And once I reached the gate, things got even more bizarre.
Boarding started and Nordwind never showed up, but there's an airplane sitting there, 737-800, from an airline called Pegasus Fly. So another plot twist here in today's episode of things that we didn't expect. Let's see what it's like, hey? How are you? Thank you.
Upon boarding, I was very surprised to encounter a Nordwind interior, as well as Nordwind crew. After a bit of research, I've learned that Pegasus Flight is part of the Nordwind group. Today's plane is a 16-year-old Boeing 737-800 with 189 standard economy seats. The plane was originally delivered to Fly Globe Span, a Scottish low-cost airline I've never heard of. We then made our way to the runway for an on-time departure. If you ignore the massive bird poo on the window, you'll be able to enjoy the beautiful scenes climbing out of Istanbul airport. The flight from Istanbul to Moscow takes around 3 hours. The plane was full and I was the only non-Russian passenger, I believe. The seat pitch wasn't the greatest, but I loved the ham and cheese sandwich that I pre-ordered online. Also, the crew seems to be very nice, and they got very confused when I responded in English, which might also indicate the fact that they don't deal with foreign passengers that often. However, For a budget airline, this flight was very acceptable.
Thank you, eh? Have a good day. Bye. Good night. So, welcome to Moscow. Credit where credit is due. Like, for budget airline, it was a lovely flight. Great ham and cheese sandwich. And the crew, especially the girl serving me, Julia, fantastic. So yeah, considering all the hiccups at check-in and with the bags and everything, and I don't know how this is going to continue, quite satisfying. And I have another surprise. I have 12 hours here in transit, so I'm going to stay at a transit hotel, and it's exactly the same hotel Edward Snowden was staying 2013, like, yeah, it's almost 10 years ago. Let's see how he lived, and then let's see how this whole adventure here is going to continue. So a bit of hidden camera here. So the international transfer over there, you can see it right here. It's closed, and Nordwind has no counter here. So, but yeah, not many options at the moment. Nobody really knows what to do. But the girls from Aeroflot, they're trying to be very nice and trying to sort this out and help me. But there is nobody from Nordwind at all. So this almost feels like Beijing Reloaded. I'm still in transit here, and this is where I want to be, but I can't get there because I have no boarding pass and nobody's showing up here from Nordwind. I've been here for quite some time, and honestly, I don't know what to do. So I really hope somebody's going to come to the rescue, because I don't want a second Beijing. So I'm still stuck here and nothing is happening. And now I went to Instagram and asked my boys and everyone who's following me to spam their Instagram page. So they notice me and somebody comes to the rescue, but it's hilarious. And it already has a hashtag, Free Josh. It became a movement. I love you guys. You are the best. Don't I have the best community? This is so nice of you. I've been stuck here for 1 hour and still no Nordwind employee to be seen anywhere. Wow. Don't know what to say, really. I'm stuck in Moscow, Sheremetyevo. Let's see for how much longer. They would have done their job properly in Istanbul at the airport, give me the boarding pass, and be able, like, or at least know their system or know anything, then I wouldn't be in that situation right now. But I can't go anywhere because I have no boarding pass. Still waiting for someone to show up. You guys did an amazing job. There's over 100 of posts on the Instagram, but I still don't think they understand what they did. So there's nobody here or somewhere. Yeah, here. So passport control is just over there, and yeah, it's not much happening here because there's no flights. And now, for no reason, my nose starts to bleed. Probably the stress dealing with such nonsense. So apparently she called again, and I'll be liberated. 1.5 hours ago they said they'd be here in 10 minutes, so I have no idea.
After 2 hours, someone from Nordwind finally showed up, and not a word of remorse.
No, like I take that with me. I'm going to the hotel. Yeah, that's all cabin. That's they couldn't. Yeah, cabin only. Okay, thank you. So apparently somebody showed up. So that's okay. That is fine. Thank you so much. Hey, you saved my life. You're a superstar. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Hi. So after 2 hours in transit, I am finally free. Now I have to find the hotel, which apparently is located in Terminal E. But can I just say, if somebody's watching from Aeroflot, that your staff here is sensational. They are helping me out so much. There was just another girl, also called Julia. So the other one was Anastasia, and they are just the nicest, kindest souls. So if any of you two is watching, thank you so much. So let's go and find that hotel though. Capsule hotel if you need to. And there's another surprise, guys. Look at this beauty right here. Aeroflot Airbus A350, which I was booked on in June, but then the pandemic happened. I didn't get to fly it, but still very high on my list. I don't know whether this is this working or not? Damn, the adventures I go through just for you guys. Now hit that like button, please. And I'll be happy. And then all was worth it today. Now this is all weird. All empty here. I don't even know whether I'm supposed to be here. But look at this, everything is shut. Kind of scary. I don't feel right about this, but she told me it's Terminal E, and my suitcase is falling apart. I hate this airline. Nordwind is the worst airline in 2021. It's a total contender for the Cahill Award 2021 for the worst airline so far. Number one. Comfort Hotel. Is it this one? Is this Air Express? Oh, it is, right? Oh, cool. All right, I have a booking. I was supposed to come a little earlier, but there you go. Room number 10. All right, spasiba, thank you. So this is where Snowden stayed, so quite interesting. Room number 10, I was given. There we go. That's my home for 7 hours. And this is how Edward Snowden lived for weeks. What an adventure. Oh dear. Oh my God. This is not even like, this is hard. I worked out last night, so like yesterday my muscles was all sore. Do you want to check out the bathroom? I'm definitely gonna have a shower. So this is the bathroom. That looks nice. Not too bad. Literally everything you need. But yeah, once again, an unfiltered day of me traveling the world. I wanted an exotic airline. I wanted to try something new, and this is how it goes, right? Never a dull moment here with me, isn't it? And I'll speak to you guys in a little bit. So good night.
Morning, guys. I had a really good sleep. It's almost 7 a.m. now, and we are going to have breakfast at the Aeroflot lounge, which I have access to with my priority pass. So yeah, let's do this, and then we're gonna continue to Berlin, hopefully without getting stuck. Guys, I have an absolute treat for you. We're still gonna start this day off right. Over there, 747-400 of Russia. I think it's the last airline in the world, pretty much now, to operate this kind of plane. Yeah, so beautiful to look at. The queen of the skies.
It's so nice when a terminal is this empty and peaceful in the morning. Isn't that beautiful? The only downside is that the escalators aren't working. There's someone going for his morning exercise. Thank you. Look at that, lots of sausages. That makes a German happy. Only downside here with the lounge is it's always packed. It's very hard to find seating here, but generally it's a really nice lounge. And they have a full buffet, just like in the good old days. So it's 7:15, and I'm impressed by the amount of people that are already drinking alcohol at 7 a.m. in the morning. Real champions. 777 of Nordwind, they have 5 or 6, and they're also like complete insanity there. They almost have like the complete economy class, almost 500 seats. Absolute insanity. Would never travel on a bird like this. Probably I would, because I love adventure so much. But you also guys told me and now instead I was flying Nordwind, you guys said this airline is full of troubles, full of scandals. And then when I went on Wikipedia, so apparently one of those 777s, which you see right there, went to Venezuela to pick up some gold and then to fly to Uganda, disappeared there in some underground economy, but you can literally read that on Wikipedia. And I remember the headlines back in the days. This airline is full of surprises. Also, they once avoided surface-to-air missile in Syrian airspace, apparently. I had no idea how you do that as a commercial pilot, and how you can recognize, or I don't even think there's a warning system. I know when you fly in a jet, you are detected by the radar of like a surface-to-air missile, you get a warning, but I don't think civil aircrafts and civil aviation, you have that. I mean, if you're a pilot and you're watching and you tell me otherwise, I believe it. And how do you outmaneuver a missile as well? I know if it would be El Al, I would understand, because El Al has all those systems there. The flag carrier of Israel has all those systems in place, but I don't think Nordwind. Maybe they have, or maybe all airplanes have it. Please let me know if you pilot or you know something about these kind of things. Please let me know in the comment section below, because I'm dying to know. So boarding, I haven't even seen the plane because of the structure here, and it actually is a Nordwind plane. Also from the outside. Not only from the inside, like yesterday it was Pegasus fly or whatever. Hey, how are you? Right at the end, eh? Thank you. So, and here we are on board Nordwind 737, 189 seats, which is the maximum you can have on a 737-800. Yesterday's flight was packed, like every seat was taken. Seat pitch is, not very generous. Then there's a foldable table here. Let's enjoy this flight to Berlin. Flight time is like 2.5 hours.
My second flight on Nordwind stands testament for what a weird airline it is. I've never received my pre-ordered meal, and when I confronted the crew and showed them my booking, they replied with, "I don't know." When I emailed the airline and asked whether I can get a refund for my bag, which I paid for, and I couldn't check in, which was clearly the airline's fault, as well as the food I've never received, but also paid for, they offered me a free flight. I'm just joking. They, of course, yes, you guessed right, never replied.
So, welcome to Berlin, the new airport here, which opened with a slight delay of like 10 years. My first impression is it looks very tiny, to be honest. And yeah, I'll be flying from here, departing from here very soon, so expect a bit of a more comprehensive review. To sum up, Nordwind airline, I think it's pretty much an airline that doesn't give a shit about anything. I don't even have words to describe it. It's quite a disaster. They don't care about our customers, and overall it was an awful experience. Apart from the first flight, that was really nice. The crew is lovely and such, but you can't just leave your customers stranded like this or send them to Moscow without a boarding pass, hoping that they get out of there somehow. Anyways, this is today's video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you loved another episode of the unfiltered travel world of me. I really had a lot of fun, and I think we dealt with it pretty professionally. And so please reward me with a like. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's flight, today's adventure, rather say. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.